Good evening and welcome back. Today is the 26th day of July 2016 and it's the second day of the Democratic National Convention. Boy, I'm telling you, what a deal they got going. Hillary cannot stop surrounding herself with shady characters. She's been doing it since she was a teenager. Did it all the way through from Watergate back in the 70s all the way up to 2016, and she hooked up with another good one, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Now, there's a gal, a congresswoman, by the way, who's supposed to have some kind of integrity. Well, of course, Hillary don't have any integrity. Why should she? She got caught by the short hair. Yep. Old Snaggletooth got caught passing emails back and forth among her friends and some of the constituents, and I'm sure through a lot of the people involved in the convention. 20,000 emails in a year, and most of them directed toward knocking Bernie Sanders out of the race. Now, we've always known the Democratic Party's been crooked, but how crooked, we just never knew. But she popped up with an email and she flat told him, you know, he doesn't know what we can do. That sounded like a veiled threat to me. But anyway, that was Debbie. Now, these emails, they were supposedly released, all 20,000, by WikiLeaks. And now they're the Democratic people, the Democratic National Convention people, are trying to say that these emails were released by the Russians. Well, it don't make no difference who released them, because I'll tell you what, if I was Mr. Putin, never can pronounce that man's name right. Anyway, if I were him, there ain't no way that I would deal with Hillary Clinton as the president of any country, because she can't be trusted, and he knows it. So maybe it was the Russians, and maybe he condoned it. If I were in his shoes, I would condone it. But anyway, then they tell Snaggletooth to resign as chairwoman of the Democratic National Party. Oh, I'm not going to resign until I talk to the president, because the president, he won't want me to resign. Well, they finally talked her into stepping down, and then Hillary snapped her up and gave her a job within 24 hours. Like I said, that woman cannot stop surrounding herself with shady characters. Let's take a look at her vice president pick, the Reverend Mr. Kane. Now, he's not a reverend. He went to a Jesuit high school, but he's by no means a reverend, because you see, back in 2006, he got himself in a little bit of trouble with the state, because it had something to do with Bar Pharmaceuticals. They were trying to get laws passed so that they could distribute certain things in his state, and so what did they do? Well, let's see. Let's help him up. Let's see what we can do to make the governor happy here. So they gave him a ride. They gave him a ride on their personal airplane so that he could go to Aspen, Colorado, to a meeting where they were lobbying him over issues related to their drug sales. $12,000 worth of airplane ride, plus whatever else they gave him on the way that he didn't claim, but the state caught up with him on that. And then the same year, Dominion Resources, this is a Virginia electric utility, they were lobbying for us also. They picked up a tab for Mr. Kane and took him to the Final Four tournament in Indianapolis. Now, that's not a cheap plane ride, and those are certainly not cheap tickets, but that's okay, because we got to have these laws passed. If we give this to the governor, then he'll help us out, I'm sure. Then the following year, McCandless Holton, PC. Now that's a law firm and a lobbying firm. They were representing Virginia's small vineyards. They were trying to find a different way to distribute their wines within the state. And so, in order to get the governor's attention, they gave him 4 cases of wine worth about $700. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But, it's okay. He got other gifts, a lot of other gifts, including suits, travel, clothing, cufflinks, but all of this totaled somewhere, according to the state, around $160,000. But he said there was never a hint of quid pro quo. By that, I got a bridge for you. Anyway, that is my take on the Clintons and on the Democratic National Convention and the Democrats. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to the polls, take a look at some of this stuff that's been going on. It's been going on for years. Congressmen and congresswomen lining their pockets, lying to the public, doing one thing and saying another. It's been going on for years. It's time for it to stop. Vote them out. Put some new people in there. Non-politicians. They'll work for you. These people won't. Anyway, have a great day. Please like and subscribe to this page and pass this on to your friends. They may enjoy hearing it. Have a great day and come see me again.